Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represent yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represent yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represent yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represent yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represent yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represent yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represent yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represent yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody's not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica. Mek Wi Talk. Mek Wi Talk. Unity is strength. Mek we reason. Mek Wi Talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Mek Wi Talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad of the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody's not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength, make we reason. Mek Wi Talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Mek Wi Talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad of the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon, nobody's not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad of the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody's not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength, make we reason. Mek Wi Talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Mek Wi Talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad of the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody's not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk.
Hold on a moment. Let me just
Unity is strength. Make we reason.
Yeah, no,
I'm hearing you.
If
If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad of the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Let me take this out of the area here.
As long as it now help Jamaica.
Sorry, good afternoon, students. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Wherever you're listening, watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. This is the Mek Wi Talk program. We do apologize for the late start, but we have a special guest coming on at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock our time, 7 o'clock Jamaica time. None other than one of Jamaica's pioneer in the media fraternity, Lady Fae Ellington. She will be my special guest this evening, coming on the program. You may hear me sound a bit distracted. I'm not distracted. It's just that, anyway, let's not get into that part. Sometimes in life, aye boy. Anyway, wherever you're listening, watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean once more, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, people, welcome to the program. Are you hearing me clearly? Are you hearing me loud and clear? Are you hearing me clearly? Aye? Students, are you hearing me clearly? Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. It has been a great evening, despite what may go on sometimes in our personal life. It has been a great evening. A great evening. Sorry. Despite what may go on. Sorry. A great evening. I want you all now, as we shift our focus on what is happening with Hurricane Beryl's fund. You know, the government is saying that they haven't spent all of that because of the Auditor General. And many of us is asking questions, what really happened to me? But without further ado, let us get into the nitty-gritty of things. At 7 o'clock, at 8 o'clock our time, 7 o'clock Jamaica time, my special guest will be veteran broadcaster Fae Ellington. Miss Fae Ellington, as she's affectionately called Auntie Fae. She will be my special guest this afternoon at 7 o'clock. This evening at 7 o'clock, she'll be coming on to speak to us about issues that there's an old Jamaican song named Hill and Gully Rider. Many of you may know, many of you may not know it. She'll be coming on this evening to speak to us some more about it. Ladies and gentlemen, people, Jamaicans who has been affected by Hurricane Melissa from St. Elizabeth Strait into Trelawney is having some difficulties getting funds. Basically, what we're hearing from the Auditor General is that the funds is there, but majority have not been spent. I want you to listen to this. We're going to hear from a news clipping from a news organization in Jamaica pertaining to this. Let's watch this video here.
Hurricane relief following Hurricane Melissa has left the opposition People's National Party irate at the findings. While the government has sought to counter, insisting there was no claim of corruption or scandal, one opposition senator counters.
It is unconscionable and scandalous that the government sat and donated money while thousands of Jamaicans suffered. People were hungry. People were sleeping under damaged roofs or no roofs at all. Families were struggling to rebuild their lives, and the money donated by generous Jamaicans and well-wishers to help them was simply sitting idle, going nowhere. Unlike the government, the facts are honest. The Auditor General confirmed that 88% of the 1.4 billion in Hurricane Melissa donations remain uncommitted.
The opposition's deputy spokesman on productivity, efficiency, and effectiveness says this means there was no plan, no contract, and no obligation to deploy the funds. He reasons,
bureaucracy slows spending, but it does not prevent a government from committing funds. So the question that must be asked is why several months after Hurricane Melissa, did 88% of donated funds have no commitment whatsoever attached to them? And this appears to be a pattern, because we must recall that the Auditor General said that 138 million from hurricane burial donations in 2024 sat idle and was never reported to the Ministry of Finance as required by the law.
The senator also countered the government's response, contending there's no defense for the handling of the funds and demands that a transparent expenditure plan be laid out for the money.
Senator Morgan cannot credibly blame red tape for money that was never directed anywhere. These are not bureaucratic delays. This is a governance failure. Jamaicans who donate.
You know, I'm going to stop it there. And as you know, on this platform here, I'm not being biased. I've always come straight forward in everything. I was questioning the whole entire thing, you know, because I've gotten a report from St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland. Everybody knows that I'm from Westmoreland. I'm a Negril man. I'm from Westmoreland. I'm from Negril, Westmoreland. And I travel the length and breadth of Hanover, St. James, Trelawney, and especially St. Elizabeth. And I've been asking the question, where is the money? They start a program, a roof program, and still majority of Jamaicans doesn't have any roof over their head. And I've been asking the questions about this money. Lo and behold, Jamaica's generally saying that the money is still there. Some of it haven't been spent at all. And I'm asking the question, are they waiting on the NARA bill to be signed into law for them to start distribute all of this money in the various areas it's supposed to go to? Let us wait and see. Listen to some more of this, please, because hopefully that's what they're doing.
In good faith deserve accountability, and we're calling on the government to immediately publish a transparent expenditure plan for all outstanding disaster relief funds.
I have been asking that because right here in South Florida, one of Jamaica's, well, the senior diplomat here in South Florida, along with a well-known business place here in South Florida, Hard Rock Cafe, has handed over $400,000 US dollars check to Lady Olivia Babsy Grange. And that's why I'm asking, we need some accountability in the sense of how much money did the government really collect. Now we're hearing from the Auditor General. It begs to ask the question, are they, isn't, you know, let me not go down that road, because I don't want anybody to think that I'm being biased. But it puzzles me. How or why would you have so many Jamaicans still living under tarpaulins? Where is the container houses that the Prime Minister and the Minister promised the people of that area? They promised container houses. What happened to the container houses? We've seen where social media bloggers are handing out container houses. We see where entertainers go down there and help. So why is it that it's taking the government so long to do these things? That's a question I'm asking tonight. It is puzzling me. Listen to some more what the opposition spokesperson is saying.
The government has said the findings further support the need for the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARA, to chart the country's infrastructure rebuilding efforts after Hurricane Melissa.
They're waiting on NARA. It is the NARA bill has been passed in the upper house. It's down to the lower house. It's supposed to go to the Senate. It's supposed to go to the Governor General now to sign into law. I personally, my views on the NARA bill is that I haven't read all of it. To be honest, I haven't read all of it. But I don't know. There is something about it that it's not clicking to me. It's not clicking with me. It's not clicking at all with me. And I have my doubt about this NARA bill at the fact that the pass in the Parliament of Jamaica. I have my views, my take back on it, because will the NARA bill prevent corruption? Will it prevent overspending? Those are the questions that I'm asking. Will the NARA bill speed up the distribution of both Hurricane Beryl and Hurricane Melissa supplies to the needy people of our country? I am a bit puzzled with all of this. Let's listen to Senator Marlon Morgan speak about this now.
Public should note that Finance Minister Fae Williams had itemized the 67 billion Jamaican dollars being spent on Hurricane Melissa recovery and relief efforts during her contribution to this year's budget debate. The referenced expenditure includes approximately $10 billion to assist Jamaicans to repair their roofs. It also includes $5 billion provided via the National Work Agency to conduct cleanup and other post-disaster relief activities, and approximately $1 billion was expended on the provision of care packages. It is also important to note that 3.2 billion Jamaican dollars has been expended to assist with the restoration of water supply, as well as an additional $3 billion has been expended to restore our agricultural sector. This allocation includes provisions of critical support to our farmers. Additionally, the government has spent the United States equivalent of 24 billion Jamaican dollars, which represented a loan to the Jamaica Public Service Company, the JPSCO. This allocation fast-tracked the restoration of electricity to the vast majority of Jamaicans 5 to 6 months ahead of what was indicated by the JPSCO. As it relates to the approximately 1.44 billion Jamaican dollars that have been received in donor funds for Hurricane Melissa related support, 600 million of that amount is being used to build bases for the modular housing solutions for people whose dwellings have...
Now, my question is this, and I go to Westmoreland. I am not being biased, but I go to Westmoreland. There were some people in the shelter, the Petersfield shelter, down there in Westmoreland, Petersfield High School. And we were told that they were going to move. Actually, we were told in the beginning that they were going to build some houses and give them. Whether it be container houses or what, we don't know. Hurricane season's upon us again. The mayor of Black River is saying this evening on a newscast that I listened to out of Jamaica that St. Elizabeth is not ready for this hurricane season. My question to the government of Jamaica is this: have we built any hurricane shelters for our people? Have we provided proper shelters? The same question I'm asking for our people. What have we done now that we can say we are ready for the 2026 hurricane season? While Jamaicans are still on the tarpaulins in the affected areas. So with the utmost of respect to Senator Marlon Morgan, I don't understand what you're saying, Senator. My question to the government of Jamaica: why wasn't the people in the affected areas get proper housing facilities? You hear some people on TikTok, that's why I listen to TikTok, It is the duty of any government, whether it be the People's National Party in government, the Jamaica Labour Party, the UIC, the NDM. It is the duty of any government that is in power in Jamaica to provide housing for its people after a natural disaster. You collected billions of dollars. Why are you dragging your foot? The Atlantic hurricane season soon start. There's no proper shelters for our people. The schools, listen to me, this is 2026. And I think we should move beyond our people in schools and churches, Jamaica is 60 something years old. And we have billions of dollars spent on some things that you're not supposed to spend on. When are we going to sit down and put out a plan and say, listen, we need to do this, we need to do that? It cannot be that the 15th of May 2026 our people are still under tarpaulin. It cannot be. And my suggestion to the government of Jamaica, I don't know how you're going to get this out of your head, I don't know how you're going to end up building houses for the people who don't have any houses. I really don't know. But we, the people of this country, must stand up and ask what is really going on. Listen to some more of what Mr. Marlon Morgan is saying, Senator Marlon Morgan.
Been destroyed. Additionally, $240 million is being used to support the government of Jamaica directed roof repair program.
200 and how much million? But some Jamaicans still have no roof over their head, Mr. Marlon Morgan. So I don't understand how to spend $200 million on roof. And half of our people still have any roof over their head, sir. And hurricane season still upon us. The hurricane season upon us same way. Coming up. So what are you doing to help the people of this country? It is now 7:41 in the land of wood and water. At 7 o'clock Jamaica time, 8 o'clock US time, my special guest will be veteran broadcaster Lady Fae Ellington. She'll be speaking to us about the Hill and Gully Rider song that is creating a lot of wave around the island of Jamaica. She'll be my special guest this evening. I don't understand what is going on. The roof program, I speak about the roof program. But most Jamaicans have no roof over their head same way after Hurricane Melissa. So I don't know what is truly going on. Is it that we, in this country that we call Jamaica, is afraid to come out and speak out of what is truly going on? I tell you something, you know. We can't treat our people this way. We must not treat our people this way. It's time for successive government, whether the PNP or the JLP, to stand up and give the people what they truly need. Hurricane Melissa has come. Hurricane Melissa has gone. There is a new hurricane season on us. This thing again. There's a new hurricane season coming upon us. And we haven't seen where the government has built anything. Anything at all to help our people. Listen to some more of what Senator Marlon Morgan is saying.
Where the JDF assists Jamaicans to restore their dwellings. This is separate, of course, from the roofs program. Additionally, $560 million has been committed to additional Melissa-related recovery efforts. Jamaica is in a new era of managing and accounting for public funds, in assuring donors and taxpayers alike of prudent stewardship. The government will not spend funds in the corrupt manner in which former PNP administrations have treated the people's resources. Indeed,
you know, Senator Morgan, is the Jamaica Labour Party in power, you know? Is that the People's National Party in power? It is not the opposition in power, Senator Morgan. It's the JLP in power. And the people are asking about the money.
The $1.44 billion donated to assist in our recovery and rebuilding efforts could not have been used willy-nilly. ODPEM needed to embark.
It has not been, we're not talking about using willy-nilly. You have a roof over your head in a senator. You know what the calls I get onto my phone about people having a roof over their head? About people talking about they only have tarpaulin over their head, Senator Morgan? Must have using money willy-nilly. Okay, you all have the NARA bill now that is passed. Let me see if you are gonna have a better distribution of the funds to help the people.
Upon processes to ensure that the funds may be used and accounted for in accordance with budgetary rules, including the FAA Act. Separate and apart from the necessary expenditure approval, the government has prioritized the use of the funds donated to the Support Jamaica Hurricane Melissa Relief Platform on tangible and demonstrably evident initiatives that deliver lasting value to beneficiaries. These include the government-directed roof repair program, the purchase of modular housing solutions, and the construction of the concrete bases on which the housing solutions are being mounted.
Lord, I stretch my hand to thee, O God. Well, let us see if our people will be having proper houses or the money will be distributing properly. Because if you open up the phone line now, which I want to do that, you'll get phone calls of people talking to Mr. Tavares or Jeffrey, they don't want to call me. Whatever Marlon Morgan is saying, Senator Morgan is saying, is neither here nor there. The hurricane has happened. And the people of our country still have a majority of people who was affected by Hurricane Melissa and affected by Hurricane Beryl hasn't got any help from the government. That's what the people are talking about, Senator Morgan. God help us. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Wait. Is it that, and I don't want to go down that road, you know. I wonder if the hurricane had happened in Kingston and St. Andrew, where the people of the Vumvavon and the Vumvaveen had gotten direct hit. If these funds would have distributed a proper way, and they would have gotten their roof properly on and so forth, would you see people of Cherry Garden and Norbrook on a tarpaulin after a major hurricane in this country? From 2025 to now? Would you see it? That's the question that we need to ask. You know, we present these programs to you for you to look within. Pick sense out of nonsense what Jeffrey Tavares is saying. It cannot be that after a major disaster in this country, majority of our people who was affected with this hurricane are still without a roof over their head. They're still having the issue of using a tarpaulin. Why on May 15th, 2026, we're talking about Hurricane Melissa relief program to help our people. And you hear Senator Marlon Morgan is saying that the money can't be used willy-nilly. No matter of using willy-nilly, Senator Morgan. It's a matter of the people can have roof over their head, in the element of the sun in the day, and the element of the moon in the night. I showed you a video here in this program already, you know, where a lady had tarpaulin over her head, over her roof, and the rain coming down, and they're pushing out water. It cannot be, and it don't look good. It do not look good. Let's drift away from that for now and let's go to another topic that I want to talk about before we get no, actually, let's continue with the hurricane thing. Listen to this lady here speak about Hurricane Melissa's funds.
To ruffle a couple feathers, but I don't care. So I remember about a month after Hurricane Melissa when people were questioning, like, where's the money from the catastrophe bond? Where's the money from the donation and the donate to Jamaica.org. When those questions were being asked, there were a lot of running commentary and jokes. But oh, Andrew don't have a magic debit card when you just swipe and give out money and this and that, and things take time and process and procurement and all of that. Mind you, all of we have common sense and we know so the money now go to ski out, so it take one little time. But here we are, over 6 months post Melissa, and it take the Auditor General to uncover that less than 2% of the monies that were received for relief enough spent yet. Now, according to the reports, Jamaica received over $1.2 billion. And according to the audit, only about $24 million has been used. Where the rest of the money there? Why would not spend the money and people still there down the west, out the door, under tarpaulin, in a tent? I don't know what the money want to get. If you spend money, let me calm down, because things like these really piss me off. And you know what the audit show too? The audit show said they still have money from hurricane burial. We're not allocated yet. What are we doing? And every day in a parliament I run up and down and up.
That is the question I'm asking. And the communication director of the Jamaica Labour Party, Senator Marlon Morgan, come and tell the people why is it that hurricane burial money has not been allocated to the people. This program here, this Mek Wi Talk program, helped to put on roof over some people here at Westmoreland, or St. Elizabeth rather. This Mek Wi Talk program, people have been calling the program that they haven't gotten any help from the whole issue with burial. No Melissa didn't get no help. So the question that we keep asking the government, why do you have all of this money sitting down? Why?
Cost like dog and jankra while the citizens of Jamaica out there in a peril. And when people ask these questions, the dunce will only have a political brain. Would you feel like it is an attack on whether green or orange? This is about the fucking people, bro. This is about the people.
We do apologize for that. We do apologize for that in this video here. If there's any more in it, I'm going to cut the video. We do apologize about that. We don't play this thing around here. But anyway, we do apologize about that.
Some place down the west right now, you drive through there, come like Melissa blow yesterday. To out there is little to no progress. You have people who are removed from shelter and put them basically nowhere because they don't have no figure. You tell me so you get all this money and hold on pan if you want. And it's a rhetorical question because by now we know that we now hold on pan the money because we know that Jamaican people only talk about things for a while. And then when it does settle and everybody move on, we don't take time, split up and thief it. I feel like it gets to a point where you have to use your conscience. I'm here to tell us that I despise politicians because Uno is a set of greedy bastards. And me just upset how Jamaican people get soft because Uno fi see road and can't touch it. And me say me not incite violence and riot, but Uno fi have the mentality if you know say accountability is something that still exists in Jamaica. Uno dig out we your ball out of the socket. You know about me now too, looking back. I remember what the idiot they did at the one time, and then I got talk about and everybody I go get relief, because basically if they come in your place and you have something, one little structure now.
You know, let's start the video there. I have to laugh. There is a young lady on TikTok by the name of Munchi, Madam Speaker. You know, I said to her one day, you know, and I've been saying it to her a couple times, well, that is the duty of the government of Jamaica to make sure the people have housing. She don't tell us to me, say it's not in the Constitution. She said it's not the duty of the JLP if you do that. So hurricane met because what happened, you know? According to her, PNP win down there, so a PNP figured, and I'm like, come on, young lady. The money belongs to every single Jamaican. Whether you're green, orange, pink, or blue.
You're not going to qualify or eligible for it. Yo, that's why, yo. If we are 6 months post-disaster, right? You expect to come see the people and we then zinc, blow down and everything same way. You don't feel like Jamaican people are going to try and help themselves because we see say no help neither come. So what you mean them not going to qualify to get help? And when regular tax-paying, law-abiding citizens bring up topics like these, it's either on send police come kick off a door or harass we or something, because how dare we ask them questions? But how dare you, the leaders, are responsible for health and welfare and all of this, something they treat we like nothing. And you know what the sad thing? When we see the heap of money, and I do the rough calculation, them, I knew it was a lot of money. But me I said to myself, as much as me know say una a thief, me think witnessing the devastation, remember, una take helicopter and fly, go down there, fling up on a drone and this and that and I show the devastation, you know. I thought that having gone there and see what people are facing in real life, una would have an ounce of conscience. So make we say una thief off and left off to help the people. Less than 2% of the funds allocate for help people. Me say if I never fit us, the reg.
You know, the young lady said something a while ago. I'm going to say it too. I'm not inciting riot, you know, or any violence at all. But I remember in the 1990s, you know, when the Patterson administration put on some sense, I think, on gas. And I've never seen this country started protests simultaneously. Kingston start, St. Thomas start, and Westmoreland start. One time. The entire nation erupt. I am not inciting that, and I don't agree with that. But until we, the people of this country, come together and demand accountability, you know, until we, the people of this country, put away PNP and JLP and think about this piece of rock we call home. If we truly love this piece of rock we call home, you know, we better start think about a Jamaica for our children. Because the change that we seek in this country will never come from the two political parties in this country, the PNP and the JLP. The change that we truly seek in Jamaica, my fellow Jamaicans, has to come from us as a people. We are the change that we seek in this country. And until we put away the two political parties and think about this piece of rock, as I said before, the great Barbara Bluden, the great Mutty Perkins, Winston Babatunda Witter, June Hines, Antoinette Patton, and all of them have spoke on before. And we're still doing the same thing. I'm not talking about access spending, Senator Morgan. Senator Morgan, with all due respect to you, sir, what I'm asking about, why took the government so long? Hurricane Beryl money is still there, nothing spent, and people are suffering. You have a roof over your head, Senator Morgan. You have a roof over your head. Some of the Jamaicans have a roof over their head, sir, who get affected by Hurricane Melissa and Hurricane Beryl. It's not about PNP and JLP, Senator Morgan. It's about the people of this country. It's about the Jamaican people. We're standing by to join one of Jamaica's pioneers in broadcasting. Good night to my good friend Walking the Divine Purpose. She's on tonight. We're standing by to join one of Jamaica's pioneers in broadcasting. A lady who's respected all over the globe, within the Caribbean here. One of Jamaica's finest broadcasts of all time. I grew up listening to her, Lindy Denapella, and all the other rest with her. We're standing by to join none other than Miss Fae Ellington to come on to speak to us about Hill and Gully Rider. In the meantime, as we stand by to join her, we're speaking about the issues facing this nation. My question to Senator Morgan tonight, since he refused to come on my program. This NARA bill that will pass in the Parliament, Senator Morgan, is it going to speed up these funds for the people, sir? I want to know if we're going to speed up the funds for the people, sir. Because I'm still saying this, you know, and for some reason this NARA bill thing, I read some of it, but I don't trust it. There's something about the NARA bill that not clicking with me. I don't read all of it, but I read some of it. If this is really Senator Marlon Morgan, you know, which I think it's him. It's gonna It's gonna solve this long-standing issues. I wish to God Lady Fae Ellington come on now. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna solve any issue in this country, sir. I truly don't know. You believe it will solve the issue, Senator Morgan? As you're in the chat room talking, but I don't know. I don't know. We're standing by to join veteran broadcaster Miss Fae Ellington to come on the program here this evening to speak to us about an issue facing the Hill and Gully Rider song, where some people taking it in a different way that really don't stand well with me either. You know, I don't really like it. As we segue into the next program, we're going to take a quick commercial break as we're going to join one of Jamaica's pioneer in broadcasting, Lady Fae Ellington, going to come onto the program this evening. Oh, yes, I've seen her now. She's on. Let me take this out of the way. I can see Miss Ellington in the background there. Let me put her up, and then we're going to start this segment of the program with one of Jamaica's pioneer in broadcasting who we listen to. A lady who we respect growing up in Negril and around Jamaica. Somebody who I admire. I've always wanted to come on my program, and I must give thanks to somebody who I look up to also, Ambassador Luma Samba, to reach out for me to get Miss Ellington on the program. Miss Ellington, welcome to the program, ma'am.
Thank you so very much. I hope you've had a brilliant start to your program.
Yes, I did. Let me start off the program with this song, though, that we truly love growing up listening to this song. Okay. As creating a lot of wave around Jamaica.
Okay, let's hear it.
For the interest of time, let us start the program. Miss Ellington, talk to us. Why were you so upset? Because I watched your YouTube channel, and you said you want to say something, but me not say it anyhow because me vex. In a plain Jamaican patois, I'm gonna say that you didn't come out and say you vex, but I'm saying you vex. Talk to us about it. Why were you so upset about this?
Before I tell you why I was upset, let me hold up this book to you.
Yes.
This is a book written by the late Dr. Olive Lewin, the founder of the Jamaican folk singers.
Yes.
And this book on page 82 tells us the history of Gully. It's short. It says, and it's called Games with a History, and that is the topic here, games with a history, because many of the things we play as games now, they didn't start out as games. And she said, this is a maroon play song and a plantation work song. And she says, most Jamaicans know Gully Rider as a work song. It, however, started life as a rather athletic game played by men and boys in the western maroon towns. Gully, because the place hilly. Maroon
yes.
is very hilly. And then she says, considering the terrain of the country in which they live, it is quite conceivable for them to have invented a game in which the players' movements simulate the jagged outlines of the hills. In this game, players hold hands in a curved line. One by one, they alternately leap over and pass under the chain of hands without breaking it, in call and response style, which is Gully Ride, oh Gully, that's the response. And yes. The lead is answered by the chorus singing Gully. This is the book. I surround myself with material that supports whatever I say. I noticed someone, I think it was this state minister and the Minister of Culture, speaking about it as a play song without putting the history to it. This is the history I just shared with you. Start in the maroon territories, Western Maroon territory. Why was I upset? Why made it vex? Let me tell you first the positive. The young man, Stephen McGregor, called the genius, did a really fantastic thing. He took the rhythm. The mentor, by the way, is mentor. Not for we don't understand, say mentor is the original music for Jamaica. Right? Calypso is down the Eastern Caribbean. Mentor is Jamaica. Don't ever confuse it. Right? One is down there, one is here. And we had mentor. And he took the mentor rhythm and brought it to present day Jamaica. That is genius. So I have put it in things I have said. That's genius. What bothered me, Jeffrey, was the vulgarity, the need to sexualize everything, the need to lift up woman clothes all the time and talking about what's under them. Or, you see, mental. I remember being with the Jamaican folk singers. I was 21, I think, when I joined the group. And we had gone down to Negril, it was. And a mentor band was outside playing on the beach. And I remember Olive Lewin said to me, you go inside. You no better come out. What it is that they had a lot of double meanings, double entendre, right? If you're listening, you'll work it out. But with those songs, if a little child were standing by and just listening, they wouldn't know what it is saying. And put it back to maybe 30 years ago when Lloyd Loving Dear did Shortwood. Right, so I'm no prude. I'm just telling you, I understand this thing. Lord Loving Dear did Shortwood, but if I pick me up 7, stand up beside Lord or listen to music, they would understand that it has sexual implications, or it's talking about sexual matters. And we have many more songs like that. So it was taking the folk song and placing on the Riddim those unnecessarily vulgar things. I was speaking to somebody who works in the industry earlier this afternoon. They made a point, and I've heard other people make it before, but this person always makes it succinctly. He said that this thing started about 15 years ago, where everybody have to get down there and get, and they're trying to see who can get the lowest. Who can get the lowest? Who can get the vulgar, And it is a pity, because what it's always pointing to is your inability to create. You have, because talking about women's sexuality and what that is, what's that?
It is sickening.
Create. When you listen to Lloyd Loving Dear song, you hear creativity. But then again, and I'm going to make a point here, I'm not suggesting that those who are writing these things didn't go to school. But you hear the mastery of the language when Lloyd writes, or other people who have, and I don't know. The education system, I believe that is something that perhaps we can talk a little bit about, because the education system is not just about reading and writing, but it's helping people to find affinity with words and knowing how to express things that you can just imply something without coming out raw and saying it. So there is, for me, that challenge. And I don't believe that we need to go there. So, right? I don't know if you're with me or if you're on your phone.
Sorry, I'm with you. I'm listening to you. I'm with you.
Yeah. So we need to get people, the education system needs to, there are problems there. Because if you understand how to use the language, whether it is the English language or Jamaican language, which is our heart language, English is our official language. But Jeffrey, if something drop on my toe here now, even though I have a good facility with the English language, I am not going to say, oh my goodness gracious, Jeffrey, I think I've broken my toe. I'm going to say, lad, that my toe broke.
Miss Ellington, stick up, Auntie Fae, stick up in there. I like what you said that a while ago. You know why? I heard Nikisha Burchell in the parliament yesterday.
Sorry.
So tell me something, Auntie Fae. I don't understand. She came out with her Jamaican dialect, and the speaker cut her down?
All right, let me tell you, there are a few angles we have to look at it. There are standing orders in the House, and the House, it is written that you can only speak in English.
Ooh.
We have to start to examine this thing, because when were these standing orders written? And I want to go back, not to this present Gordon House, but remember, part of the challenge was to control the Black people. And part of the way you control somebody is not to make them use them language. And so it's written down. And so you have to go move on, but you'll have to move on motion She'll have to move up, yeah, to get them to consider that. And so that is really a big, big problem. And, the other thing is that because we're not informed about things like these, people jump off. It's just like even the video I did. You know how many people have not seen that video in its entirety? What they may have seen are clips that people put on TikTok or Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, bits and pieces of it.
Bits and pieces. So you can't, you don't get a full. And I have not been following, and I gather they are really, and some people have had to jump on them on my behalf. Terry Carella to take on a whole pile of people, because that's the other thing. Many people don't know how to disagree without being disrespectful.
That's the modern Jamaica now.
Yes, and it is sad. And when you have to get to that level, Jeffrey, it means you have no respect for yourself. Because if certain things fly out of your mouth about others, you have to check yourself.
Indeed.
Allow that to come out of your mouth. You can disagree. I read an article today that was posted on Twitter. Beautiful article written by a gentleman called Ibrahim Conte. If you get a chance, go on to his on Twitter. We still call it Twitter because it's now foolishness. Why go call that X for? Nobody say I'm going to send an X. You don't say you're going to send an X. You say you're going to tweet or you're going to send a tweet.
Exactly.
Anyway, so I still call it Twitter. Yes. So he wrote this article, and he really, in a measured way, and investigated the whole thing. I didn't agree with him with everything, but it's a very good article. And I'd love people to read that. And others have written, and others have put things out there. I have no regrets for what I said, none at all, none. Because I know who I am, I know where I'm coming from, and I know what my intention was.
And I will say this too, that don't apologize for what you said either.
No, I wouldn't do that. Because guess what? I didn't do anything wrong.
There you go.
Right? I didn't do anything. As a matter of fact, the young man, Stephen McGregor, and I love his father so much, Freddie McGregor. He's such a gentleman. And that young man, he went on social media and told people to do not disrespect Auntie Fae. But of course, the horse bolted through the gate because all of the people who either did those lewd lyrics or the ones who believe that it's okay to have lewd lyrics flying all over the place, they had already bolted with the disrespect, which thank God I've got very wise. I don't go there and integrate myself with them. So I don't feel it myself. You understand?
You know something, Auntie Fae? It's a shame that our society has become such disrespectful way, wherein our children are being disrespectful to our elders, and our elders are being disrespectful to the children.
And the children disrespectful to the teachers.
Mm-hmm. Back in the days, growing up listening to you, Lindy Denapella, give me some other names.
All of us, Jeff.
Yes.
Durrell Aldridge, Elaine Wint.
Yes.
All the way.
There was no disrespect about anything at all.
You wouldn't. You see, let's move it forward to social media and it's not new media anymore. It's been existing for 15, 20 years. You see, let me tell you about this thing with the words for this song that really upset me. It's not that we didn't have words that were suggestive before. Commentator is about a lot of mental songs about that. Very suggestive. Rukumbine and then something there. Right? But they were played and in certain spaces. Now with social media, it's all over and everybody have it on them phone, including children. So there is no way to control where these things go. You see, if you want to do that song with the lyrics that you did, and you find yourself in a dance hall and all the people there, men and women, are happy with it, me not have a problem with you. Me not happy with it, but me not have a problem if that's what you choose and how you choose to live your life. But beg your pardon. But when it's floating all over, right? Even with cars passing by, I shouldn't have to listen to lyrics coming out of a car at how much decibel with vulgar sounds. I shouldn't have to listen to a party near to where I live with vulgar sounds or lyrics. I shouldn't have to do it. But the society has gone to a place. What we're talking about, Jeffrey, is not just about music. It's a disintegrated society. Where we now respect on the road. Taxi driver, farm tree line when I won. And it's not only taxi driver. It is just, I suppose, when you have lived in a slightly more gentler Jamaica and you buck up on this, it is very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. But it's been happening for at least 15, it has been going down, 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 and it looks as if everybody are run to get to the bottom fastest.
It gone. Gone.
You know, people used to say that we are on the edge, we're gone over, but we are holding on by the fingernails. I don't know who or what will pull us back. And the conversation that you and I are having, and the conversation that came about because of what the genius did, what my comments were, and everybody's, it's a necessary conversation to be had. Very, very important conversation. But Lord of mercy, the disrespect is, it tells a lot about you if you have to go there. So, but maybe they don't even, well, I said it already, they don't have respect for themselves, Jeffrey. And if you don't have respect for yourself, you can't have respect for anyone else. I'm not hearing you.
Sorry, I want to play a video here.
Yes.
Of somebody who we all look up to. We learned from her. And tell me what you think she would be saying now when she hear what is going on with Hill and Gully Rider. Listen to this with her.
Sun a shine, but things not bright. Do a pot a boil, bickle not enough. River flood and rain a fall. Rain a fall, but dirty tough. Nowadays the time so hard. When you ask Maddie how them do, them afraid you take it, tell them back, so them no answer you. No care how much we da work for hard times, still in our shot. We da fight, our time a beat we. They might raise we wages, but £1 gone and pound we pay and we no feel no merriment. For £10 gone and pound we food and £10 pound we rent. Saltfish gone up, mackerel gone up, beef and pork gone up same way. And when rice and butter ready, them just go up a holiday. Cloth, boot, pin and needle gone up. Ice bread taxes, water rate, kerosene, oil, gasoline gone up. And the pound devaluate. The price of bread gone up so high that we have to agree to cut we hype and bread and all turn dumpling refugee. And all them maga smaddy, whether go on like fatty sin, all them they whether fast with me, I left them to dumpling. Sun a shine and pot a boil, but things not bright. Bickle not enough. River flood, rain a fall, but water scarce and dirty tough.
Auntie Faye, what do you think Mr. will be saying now?
I'm going to tell you something. You know, somebody sent me a message. Auntie Faye, where you was for go hear them lyrics there? Where did it go? You know how I got the first lyric sent to me? It was 3 of them. They were sent to me by Miss Lou's son, who lives in Canada. Fabian.
Oh my God.
Fabian Coverley sent them. Must see why they had me so. Fabian Coverley, and he's older than I am. He is someone who has tried in his way to protect the legacy. So that's where me get it from. Pan, my WhatsApp. Now, what would Miss Lou say? I think she would praise genius for his genius. But she would be devastated for the nasty lyrics. There's a little girl, I don't know if you're a young lady, not a little girl, if you don't do that. A young lady from Portland. You see if you're a version? Lord of mercy, tweet. So till I should have...
No.
I've sent it to, let me see if I find it. Who sent this thing to me? It really is nice.
Yeah.
Really,
you have any idea if you have any copyrights on it? Because if you have copyrights, I can't play it on YouTube.
Right. I don't, but it's all over. It's all over, you know, but
okay.
I don't. But
yeah.
yes, Miss Lou would, I think she would feel similarly to me to a certain degree that, wow, we bring back the mentor man, you know. But she would be very unhappy with the nasty lyrics. Because we don't have to go to say no. It has really ignited an interest in that folk song, but I don't know if it has ignited an interest in all folk music. I don't know. The Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, the JCDC, has as its reason for being to unearth and train and do all of that. And so they play a very important role and have done so for decades, 50, 60 or thereabout. Don't know the anniversaries right now. I served as chairman of that board for a time. I was also a deputy chair, as also an adjudicator for many, many years for speech and drama. So there are some people who try to suggest that, do nothing for the children. People don't know what I have done. They have no clue how, because you see, I don't have to post everything I do. And secondly, a lot of the things I did were not during the time when we had things to post. In any case, there's no need to post everything. So for many, many years, me and the late Barry Johnson, the late Leonie Forbes, and we had drive all over Jamaica, adjudicate speech and drama. Speech and drama all over Jamaica. And the speech and drama was not just standard English, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
It was the people doing Miss Lou's poems or doing a Jean Bintabree's poem. You understand? Doing their plays that they may have written themselves. Yes, they were standard English too, but I know only that. And so the JCDC, I want to speak now. The JCDC, I don't know if they will say anything or if they think they should say anything. But I just want to say they play an important role in unearthing and keeping our cultural heritage to the front. Those teachers and students and volunteers who have to rehearse and work through this, JCDC doesn't have holidays, UWE semi work day because they get a break right after independence, but then they have to go to the field and
yes.
They have teachers and the workshops and this and you get to the point now where they have the parish finals and then the county, but none of them the county final anyway, and then the national final. It just goes on months and months and months after months. And it's not just speech and drama, it's music, it's the literary arts, it is food, it's culinary art, it's a whole pile of things, it's dance. You understand? And speak of dance, the deaf community, they are, everybody know, I haven't seen them for a while, but they dance, the deaf community. But
yes, I used to see them.
Yes, so many of the people, Jeffrey, who are jumping up and speaking now, ask them if they ever go to a JCDC event. Ask them. Ask them if they know what Dinky Mini is. They perhaps are now dancing and it's mental, and right, and Dinky Mini. Ask them if they ever go to a merry-go-round. Ask them.
I even asked them what is drunk, Wunu?
What is drunk, Wunu? Right, so and what they also don't know, you see this mental thing. It's because Jamaica has is five or six music forms that we have created as a nation. Mental it started with, then it went to ska. Then ska was so fast, the whole away a dance and them had to slow it down. It go to rocksteady. After rocksteady, it went to reggae. After reggae, there was something about dancehall came up there. But let me tell you something. The richness of our culture, it is just, I don't think we understand the value. I don't think. But Jeffrey, a question that has crossed my mind since all of this thing exploded is these people who are doing those lyrics, the lewd lyrics, they can't last forever. Those lyrics won't last forever. So, but it's just to satisfy an immediate need or urge to satisfy the basest in them and in others who love it.
And something, Auntie Fae, I'm a bit, how should I say? I think we should have nipped a lot of things in the butt from the beginning of when we start hearing these lewd musics about under women and all those things. But we did nothing about it as a society.
It's under women, It's gone, it's scamming and everything. But shall I tell you something which is sad? The women, them are real, the ones who are about the music, and them encourage it. So them too know, and they will tell you, that it's a part of their culture and you should allow them. And then the other thing I noticed that some people have been saying, but you never say anything about carnival. What the hell them was when I was talking about carnival? That's the other thing. Everybody's immediate. They
Yes.
don't have any history. Where were they?
I think a lot of Jamaicans, one, we don't listen well. Two, we don't read much out of the time. And three, we don't do any research at all. Well, still reading.
Research. But they don't read, so they can't know nothing. They're not reading, which is sad, which is why I said we have to look back at the education system, both with reading and writing and comprehension, and the need to be investigative. And by that I mean to be curious, to want to find out things. I have a whole pile of books here, and so many of them are by Jamaican authors. I don't know how many people know about people. Let me tell you something. I don't know. We have poetry book. We have books that are written to tell part of Jamaica. Like there's a book here, see me about 5 of the man book here, right? I'm just pulling out one. There's this book called The Painted, well, this man wrote The Painted Canoe, but this is a lunatic, right? I gave about 10 copies of this book.
Who wrote that book?
Paul, this book here, the Anthony Winkler and Paul Campbell starred in the movie. Our Jamaican.
Yeah, Jamaican Paul. A lot of Jamaican don't know who Paul Campbell is either. Yeah.
So, if people would read, and reading has disappeared, it would appear. If they would show some interest in learning about their culture. You know something, Jeffrey? You know how many Jamaicans don't know the anthem?
Auntie Faye, hold a minute there. Hold a minute there. Go, no. You can talk because I have enough time. If you have enough time, I have enough time. Listen, I remember the days when you used to hear and JBC signing on and off the Jamaica's national anthem. And that is why when I end my program, Auntie Faye, I end my program with the national school song.
Praise God.
And the anthem.
Praise God.
Because majority of us, we do not know to stand at attention when we hear the anthem.
Well, standing at attention or being still is one thing. The other thing is that they don't know the words of the anthem. And some people know the first verse, but they have no clue of what the second verse is. Now, if you're going to sing the anthem, you have to sing both verses. If you're going to play the anthem as an instrumental, then it's just one verse and one chorus. But, you know, I was in Florida, which part of this, some years ago. Somebody had asked me to come up to MC a show. And I can pick up things very easily. A lovely young lady, mid-teens to late teen. She was of Jamaican parents, so I believe it was, and she was given the opportunity to sing the anthem. She had a lovely voice. But as I felt what was happening in the room, and I knew exactly what would happen. And so she started the anthem. By the way, everybody, the anthem is guard us and not guide us. Guard us, not guide us. So she started the anthem, Jeffrey. And I just felt I knew what was going to happen. And as she came to the end of the first verse, she ended. And I stayed behind her. I just stepped to the microphone and said, teach us true respect for all. Let me tell you? Because she stopped the anthem after the first verse. Our anthem is the 2 verses. No, it's not her fault. It's not her fault. Somebody should have did guide her. Both the anthem and the 2 verses.
Do they still say the national pledge and the anthems in school?
Yes, I think very many schools still do that. Very many schools. I can't tell at all of them. I suspect maybe all of them. I don't know. Yeah. But that things like that, like all right. The colors of the flag. I know yellow, you know, are black, green, and gold.
Hold on for me now, Auntie Faye. I have been saying this since Portia Simpson Miller was Prime Minister of this country. I see them put up some flags and it irritate the living hell, beg your pardon, out of me.
You know what happened to? I have a flag in my office here, and this is gold. But a lot of the flags coming from China, the little sitting them
Yes.
yellow. And remember, they're not going through the government. People are bringing them on there doing business. But I don't know. I don't know how the government will find a way to fix that. But if you're getting a flag for your building, then you go through the Jamaica Information Service and they will ensure that you have the right size and the right color, because it's not just about any gold. It has specific numbers to go with, like everything else that is in a what is it now? Professional level. Yeah.
A lot of people won't believe me, you know, because they say, no, Jeffrey, that wouldn't happen. Before I leave Jamaica to come back to the States to live, I drove past the government ministry on Hagley Park Road.
I know the one.
There was a tasty patties there, and I love to eat tasty patty. I must say that's why I'm so big. I drove past it and I said to myself, but the flag looked dilapidated and it's yellow. I turned the vehicle around and I went over to there and I said, is Minister Mackenzie in office? They said no. I said, may I ask a question? Is the Jamaican flag have yellow in it? I said, somebody said, how is it that you have the flag out there? The flag looks stranded, draggly, according to Miss Lou.
You know, as you tell that story, I have a similar thing too. It might have been burnt out. But the thing is that you must not leave a flag looking like that, or torn or anything. It is taken down carefully. And when that happens, the flag is to be burned. Not a big flag. Just that's in a very, very somber occasion burned. You shouldn't take it to clean your shoes or wipe your floor or anything like that. But that's another thing again. We have a lot of national pride when the footballers are winning, some other athletes are winning, but we don't know no civic pride, and we don't understand certain things.
And one more,
I had to deal with one very important entity, national entity like that, and I said, "Excuse me, why does your flag look like that? Why?" I said, "It's a disgrace. How you can be in this place and have your flag look like that?"
Would you believe me? The next day I drove past here, the flag was down.
But of course, you see, and that is, you know what happened there? One person can make a difference. Me always says so. It don't need 200 people go down there and block road and start fling buckle, which is, one person passing by. But then again, how many people passed by and saw that flag and it didn't dawn on them that's something wrong?
I don't know, maybe because I grew up in an era where my grandmother and my foster parents teach me right from wrong, and I develop a love for politics because of the atmosphere I grew up in. And I love my anthem, I love my national pledge, and you know, I love to talk about Jamaica, because this is with me, Auntie Fae. No matter where in the world I go, Jamaica me yard. Me have to come back home no matter what. I told my wife the other day, if I die up here, if I can't come, I'm better go down there, carry back, go down there for me now. Because I don't want to die and in another man's country. I am a Jamaican. Yes, I may get American citizenship and I love that and thank everything. But at the end of the day, let me go back home, go rest now.
I understand that.
Out of many one people we are.
You know, Jeffrey, may I take you back to something that you raised, which was what happened in Parliament? Because I think we detoured a bit and we didn't finish that. So, yes, so she has to now pass a motion. And I tell you that the standing order says only English. And I think I started saying, I may have said, you have to think about the history of the country, you know, because you don't want the black people to talk and their language. You're going to lock them out so they can't use their language in Parliament. And that is some of the things that you have to think about. I think I heard the head of the linguistic department or the Jamaica language unit at the University of the West Indies. I was distracted because I was on the phone being interviewed by Deion Jackson Miller. And I did hear him enough to say that he was saying that, yes, we need to have, the Jamaican language needs to be in the parliament. It needs to be in the parliament. You say, but here the problem now, Jeffrey. And I don't know if you know that the New Testament has been published in the Jamaican language.
Yeah, I have gotten a copy of it though.
Yeah, man. It's both 15 years or 16 years. From time to time, I read it for church. Yeah, if you close my mic for a while, my camera for a while before we end, I'll go and get a copy and show it. My copy and show it. Anyway, here the problem with the Jamaican language. There are many people who think they are chat bad. They don't understand where the language is coming from. It's coming from the African continent, and particularly from Ghana. So it's not broken English. Yes, it has borrowed words from different places, but Ghana, Nigeria. Right? I remember when I was with the Jamaican folk singers, Dr. Olive Lewin, there was a man from, was it Nigeria? Anyway, he came here, and we had there's a woman called Queenie, the Kumina Queen, and when she spoke, she was speaking the language that he understood coming out of the African continent and his country. So the Sri language, TWI, from Ghana, has influenced our language tremendously. You know them things where we have to say like, "Oh, I got tired of your room." It's a chaka chaka. It's not talk bad. As it coming straight out of Ghana, right?
Yes.
Rain fall, and by the way, rain can't do anything else but fall. I was speaking Jamaican now. Rain fall, and you say, "Look how the mud. What a way the place make." That double use is coming from the African continent, from Ghana, from the Sri Lanka, TWI. And many, many words and phrases. And remember, where Jamaicans come from. And in order to, part of why I think, them deal with this English thing, and I have to research it more, right? Because when it happened, I said, and I started thinking about this, and this was it was put there to prevent the Jamaicans to speak. And part of why I think it happens is that, remember, when the people who were enslaved, and let me just use this opportunity to say this, no slaves were brought from Africa. People were brought from Africa and then enslaved. One totally different thing.
Repeat it again, Auntie, because a lot of Jamaicans believe
slaves
brought from Africa.
From Africa. People were brought from Africa who were then enslaved. So when I say now, when the Africans come and they're in a key and peace and they're in a wherever then them attack for their language. I remember different languages them attack to, because they come from different places. They have to find a way to make it mean something. And of course, the drum played an important role. So when the white people, the plantation owners, can't understand, then we do all kind of things, including, if we say Angle English, if we talk. When it comes to those kinds of things. And so we have a number of people, whole heap of Jamaicans, who are either embarrassed about the Jamaican language, or they think that you are less than if you speak the Jamaican language. Let me tell you something. How many of you, I don't know if you know this, about 3 weeks ago, news came that the word brautopsy has been added to the Oxford Dictionary.
I heard that. Was it my wife I heard with it or someone I heard with it? Yes.
And they say it is the only word that covers so many things. That's a word that came out of us, Jamaica, out of agriculture. Brought up. You have no brought up, right? So the language, when you want to suppress a people, tell them can't talk them language. Right?
And I think that's why a lot of Jamaicans, when Nikisha Berger went to the parliament, to the Patois, they felt that way, but they didn't know they have to brought a motion to the parliament.
I believe, you see, let me tell you what I think happened there. I don't think she had intent, this was my thought, to do her entire speech. I think she was testing the ground. I think she might have been testing the ground, right? Because she did go on and do her presentation. And for me, it's quite okay to test the ground. I haven't asked her myself, but maybe I should. It's quite okay to test the ground. But remember what I said, the standing order say you can only speak English.
In a country where majority of Jamaicans speak Patois.
So I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, when you listen to some people come from St. James, notice me start go down and I know St. James. And when me Ben I go down there, you know, Jeffrey, me put my foot and I drop on my bottom, you know. I me sleep go down here Gully. Then you and then when he come, you know, when he come, he tell me say that he not go like what go happen to me. Because him, you know what the hymn is? Hymn is used for both male and female.
Yes.
So ain't go down there. You're talking about a woman. Hymn is used for both male and female in different parts of Jamaica. And yeah, it's a fantastic language. But you're calling me here this evening to talk about Gully Rider and the furor. The heart of claps, would I say in the Jamaican language. I think
Indeed.
Yeah. And I am happy it has happened, meaning people are talking. And I hope, you know what I hope to hear? I hope to hear maybe the Minister of Education speak on it.
I was just going to ask you about that. Did you hear the Minister of Babs spoke on that?
Pardon me?
Did you hear the Minister of Education or Babs spoke on that?
No, I haven't heard either of them. So I'm hoping at some point they will see it important enough and necessary enough to address it. Let me tell you something going on. It's one of these things that ministers might not want to touch. Remember that politicians need votes. It's one of these things that they may. I'm sorry, I just speak it the way I think I should.
I mean, you have a point there. That is true.
And secondly, that's one thing. The voting is one thing, but you'll have to tread so carefully, right? But something needs to be said. But it's not just about Gully Rider. It's not just about, it's about our society. It's about the disrespect for people in society. It's about the disrespect for women. It's about the coarseness in the society. It's about the indiscipline on the roads. It's about our education system. It's that people are going through school and don't know anything about Jamaica the way they should know about Jamaica. I was reading something where in Trinidad, for example, the students, part of their policy, everybody have to learn steel pan going right up because it is the instrument that was created there. In Cuba, they have to learn the particular music that they have there as part of the program. In Jamaica, yeah, you do it, yeah. Yes, we have a music program, but it's you choose to do it. But then if it's just how many people are going to choose to do it? Things like songwriting. Thank God we have the Edna Manley College for the Visual and Performing Arts. Thank God for that. And so when somebody who has an interest in music or dance or theater, then they get there. But stay with the music because that's what brought me here. Then they can learn how to write a song, arrange a song, do the melodies separate and apart from the harmony. You understand? Edna Manley College for the Visual and Performing Arts and the various schools that they have there. They do that, but naturally something that, you see, and if the love for using language and words, if that was instilled from early, then you'd find that people would think differently, behave differently, express themselves differently. But they don't have a facility with the language. And that's why, for example, you can't even tell somebody, look, your man, you left me alone, you tap on my door. You have to go down and start cuss a few meters of cloth.
In St. Pablo's.
You understand? You have to go down to Pablo's, go buy a few meters. But you know, that also has some history too, you know. Yes, that have history too.
Give us a history about that one, you know?
I'm going to show you because next time I'm going to tell you. And the people who are listening to your program, which one the book there? People are listening to your program and make it up.
If you're just joining us, we're speaking to veteran broadcaster Fae Ellington, one of Jamaica's pioneer in broadcasting.
All right.
Go ahead, Auntie Fae.
I find it. So this book was given to me in about 1978 or 79, 1979, January 16. I date my book there, but this was, this was given to me dated by the person who gave it to me. It's called African Roots in Jamaican Folk Tradition. The Sun and the Drum by Leonard Barrett. I think at the time he was pursuing his PhD or had just finished his PhD. And the person who gave it to me in 79, note the year, 79, knew of my interest in my culture and wanted to know more. So when we go wrong in our book now, yeah, it have everything in there. Everything. For example, it have Dokono, coming straight out of Ghana. It have Bakra, commonly used for a white person of the planter class. All of them same thing there. Anyway.
Auntie Faye, you said something about Dukuno? You said Dukuno a while ago?
Dukuno.
A lot of Jamaican know Dukuno is, you know?
They may know, they don't know say a tie leaf. They don't know say a blue draws. And they are now going to say that I'm speaking. What is that she just said? Because they don't know their culture. Man, look for this sitting for share with you. Anyway, throw nine back at the book, you know. So there are so many terms and words that we have. Here we go. No, let me see. Yeah. Nana, Patu, the owl that hoots at night. All right, I find what I want to tell you.
Go ahead.
And things like Bankra basket. Bankra in Jamaican speech, the word is used for a wicker basket used to dry meat or fish, whatever it is. The original tree is Bokanra, and that's meaning a wicker hammock. So coming straight out of Ghana. Under Bankra is Bobo or Bobo, and then under that, now please understand, don't get frightened, is Bombo. What is Bombo? Bombo. The word Bombo to Jamaican ears is an expression of foulness. To use this word in public is not only offensive but dangerous if used in front of a policeman. Remember the days we say you cost a 40 shilling word. So that when they lock
yes.
Right. Hear this now. However, the origin of the word is from the Congo. The Kikongo word simply means dead body. So where did bombo cloth come from? You take the cloth to wrap the body. Remember, long before there was refrigeration, I remember people in the Middle East still wrap the body in the cloth, and some Indian religions still. Okay, and that's it. So that is where that bad odor come from.
So hold on there for a minute, Auntie Faye. Hold on there. So we grew up in Negril in Jamaica, stating that this word that you just said a while ago, bomba cloth, is a bad word.
Well, everybody in Jamaica grew up thinking so, because we don't know history, don't do any research. This man found that the origin of the word is from the Congo in Africa. Africa, 54 country. All right, I say
yes.
Remember,
yes.
I say Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent. It has 54 countries. Mr. I have to talk and lecture every time because people every time they say we're going to which country going to Africa? Well, Africa 54 country, please. It's semi read again because I don't want a body thing, said Jeffrey, and me, a teacher bad word. Okay? Here it is. Here it is. The Kikongo, you have Congo, and Kikongo word simply means dead body. And it's found its way in the Jamaican speech and language evolve. And so if you remember, where me grew up in the hills of Clarendon, I remember when I was certain Ivan Colony, the man dead me about 9. And the first time I had that kind of close experience with it, he was just stretched out in his home, and they put cotton in all the apertures and your eyes, and it can't last long, right? But a part of the routine and the ritual for some religions is to wrap in cloth, and that's it. So you wrap. Well, you can think about the other cloths and see where they come from.
Very interesting, because I didn't know.
I remember I told you about chaka chaka. Let me give you the history. I told you about chaka chaka. I said this is a common word used in Jamaica to refer to work done in an untidy manner. One generally hears a person say the place or the room is chaka chaka, meaning it is untidy. It's a Sri language. Original is the same in Ghana, just a slightly different meaning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where can you find that book, Auntie Faye?
Me no know, master. This out of print now, because I got this. This was given to me in 79. It was bought at Sansa's bookstore, and the man was Leonard E. Barrett, PhD, and he was with, at the time, Department of Religion at Temple University, Philadelphia in Pennsylvania. Maybe they might have it. or access to it. Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Department of Religion at Temple University, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. But things like the abeng that the Maroons use, okay, that is coming from Ghana as well. In the Sri language, it means a horn or a whistle. That's the abeng. And another Maroon word, a kompong, the name used for the Maroon village in the parish of St. Elizabeth. In the author's opinion, the name should either be a krompong, which means a large city of a village in which the village chief dwells, or a chiampong, which is the last name of the founder of the town. So, you know Afuyam? You know where?
Oh, yes.
In Jamaican speech, Afro refers to a species of yam, which is extensively cultivated for food. It is of great economic value in parishes such as Hanover and St. Elizabeth in Clarendon too. Anyway, the word comes from the Sri Afu, which is AFUW, which means plantation or cultivated ground. You know, we just want to say one other thing on the top about cultivated ground. There is a debate that goes around every 2 or 3 years to say, is it some plant peace a corn or peas and corn? And you know why people confuse it? They don't know their history, they don't know their heritage. You get a piece of land. You plant cane pan it become a cane piece. You plant coffee pan it become a coffee piece. So it's a piece of land. So you plant a piece of corn. So it's not peas and corn. Because peace is referring to land. Because remember, when emancipation came, then give the people some little piece of land on hillside and gully side, and which is why we have some of the problems we have now with housing and all of that, right? And difficulty to reach to them. Yes, peace. But if you don't know in history, you think of peas like peas where you eat. Why are you getting me excited?
But no, I love when I get excited because I never have you before.
Today I'm speaking to you for 10 minutes. Then I extended 15 minutes. Now Jeffrey have me a galangan. You know. In just wind me up now, I get me start with galangan.
And Jeffrey, but hold on there. I never know it was when you said peas, I thought it was peas and corn.
No, darling. Do you now understand? Now that I've explained it.
Yes.
You get a piece of land. But there are people are going to say, I need to buy that piece of land over there, you know. Yeah. And my granddad give me a piece of land, you know. Yeah. And that little bump of land you have over there, yeah. I'm going to buy it from Master, piece of land. Peace. And so, that is why you hear the coffee piece. Piece. The cane piece. The cane plant deso, coffee plant deso.
So what about the song? Sammy plant piece of corn donga gully?
A piece of corn. Have like a piece of land and plant the corn upon the land.
That's very interesting. I never know.
Well, you know, no.
That is why you see, God is so good, you know. That's why you see, if they never come out with the hill and gully thing, I wouldn't get over here tonight to talk to us some more about the history of our culture.
No,
pardon me?
This is peace. But if we don't know our history and our heritage, because you have to go back and understand the history to know that people were given, it's not a lot of land or a plot of land. No, it's a piece of land. Why? That's why you have corn piece. But you know about the terms like corn piece, though. You know about that? And cane piece.
No, talk to me some more about that.
Yes, your places which is in that Sami plant piece of corn down a gully. It's because where he has a land is the corn piece. That's where him grow the corn. But you even have places with the names piece.
Okay.
Yeah. Because a piece of land, you get a little piece of land. Corn piece.
You know, Auntie Faye, I want you to.
Cane piece? You never hear about cane piece?
Yeah, I know about cane piece in our Westmoreland, man.
The land, the cane plant pan the land. Me I go over there so I go broke piece of ribbon cane from over that cane piece there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to talk to us about something here. When they have the ceremony opening of the parliament, there's a flag that go on the ground.
That's
A lot
not
of
a
Jamaicans
flag.
believe it. There you go. A lot of Jamaicans believe. A lot of Jamaicans
You
believe.
will see two things:
Hmm.
the color, the Queen's color, right, or the regimental flag. No, this I got to take one another level of sitting there. So the flag, our flag, never ever touches the ground. And if you look at that thing, what you'll see it has fringes around it. Ah, so you know. You see, these are little things. That's for another time, though, you know. Come we do the protocol lesson for the national events and all of that. But
Yes.
that's what, so it's not, just for everyone to know, it's not a flag. It's not the Jamaican flag. It's regimental color or the Queen. Yeah.
Because
Color, rather.
whenever I have the ceremony open of Parliament, I always bring it live on my program here.
Mhm.
And people always say, no, Jeffrey's the flag. I said, no, it's not the Jamaican flag.
It's not. It looks like it, but look around the edges, you see the fringes. Regimental color. Let me see if I can bring up something to read for you.
If you're just joining us, we're speaking to veteran broadcaster Fae Ellington, Auntie Fae, who is giving us some history about Jamaica and the culture of our country, Jamaica. It is now 9 o'clock here in the United States, 8 o'clock in the land of wood and water.
May I leave you soon, you know? Oh, 5 more minutes, I'm gone.
I love that. No problem.
5 more minutes, I'm gone. Let's see if anything will come up here. Regimental, JDF regimental.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Also, Auntie Fae has a YouTube channel too. She's going to talk to us about that too.
All right, let me just mention that we can talk about the flags and some other things when I join with you another time.
No problem.
My YouTube channel is very easy to find. It's just Fae Ellington, and my name is FAE. There's no Y in my name, so it's not FAY and it's not FAYE. And that is where I had posted that's where I usually post my commentaries or what sometimes I don't post as regularly as I should because I have so many other things that I'm engaged with. Because I do training, I train for companies and I coach individuals in kind of things like doing interviews for media or public speaking, etc. Anyway. But yes, I have that channel and I do have, there's something, thank you for letting me speak about this. In 1980, we had the Eventide Home Fire. You remember that?
Oh, yes. That is where I got the whole episode from you.
Right. And I was at the University of the West Indies at the time. I did theater first. I studied theater first, and I was in theater for a number of years before established myself there as an actress. And then I went into media in 1974. So I've been in media now for 52 years. So I went to the University of the West Indies in 85. I'd gone to the BBC in 77 to the radio production. Then I went up now to do certification in media here. And everybody had to do a final project, which was a radio documentary. And I did mine on the Eventide Home Fire. So you won't see any video because it was a radio documentary, but you can listen to it and listen to what really happened with that Eventide Home Fire. There has been some information that has come out since about other involvement, but I did this documentary in 1985.
Right.
I also did an interview with Michael Manley, and again, another radio interview. And I have put it in episodes on my YouTube channel. So you can... It's not about politics as much as it is about the man. Yes, there's some hints of politics in it, but it's about the man. And I also just post things. I post things on Jamaica. That's how it really started. And during COVID, I did some things called the COVID Chronicles. You know,
and also you did things about the hurricane coming and so forth.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that one.
Yes.
That one. 4 days before Melissa came, I just got this idea to speak about unwanted guests, and people really thought I was speaking about being very unkind to people. Turn up at people's yard. They must pretty much so. and them want to stay overnight, and them just want to stay another day, and you have to be preparing for them. And let me tell you, people thought I was talking about people, and I said, "Is this girl Melissa me talk about?"
It was funny though.
Yeah,
it was funny.
I did. So every now and again, I get some really weird ideas. This somebody gave me a lovely piece of yam in February. I don't know if you saw that one, Jeffrey. And
no, I didn't see that one. I didn't see that one at all.
In February, this one. And I went on and on about, listen to me now. You will not understand at this stage and age of my life, I've got the most divine Valentine's Day gift. Oh my God. I went on and on about it. And then I say a nice piece of St. Lucy yam. Look at it. Because you know, everybody want to know who may marry to, who give it whatever it is. A piece of Lucy yam. I also use humor because humor is very healing. And humor, I'm not talking about stand-up comedy. I'm not a stand-up comedian, but I have the gift and the ability to laugh in the moment, and I also can laugh at myself, which is very important, to be able to laugh at yourself. It's very healing to laugh. Laughter is it's better to laugh than to frown and make up your face, and you know that. So I'd recommend a dose of laughter.
Auntie Faye, I invited Ambassador Luma Samba to come on the program one day, and she gave me an episode of laughter.
No man, she good panda.
As a matter of fact, how I knew she was good at it, my wife went on her Facebook page and said to me, did you not Ambassador Samba can, a comedian? I said, no, sir. Until one
comedian, I just said she's very funny.
She is. Funny. And yeah. when I went in, I saw it.
You know that she's a lawyer, right?
Oh, yes, I know. Yes. Okay. Yes, I know. Yeah. I went on there and I said, but wait. Then I saw a picture with her in this Afro thing. I said, what weird? Yeah. So I called her and I said to her, Ambassador, is that you? Yes, it's me. I'm like, it was funny.
We all have past lives with afros and miniskirts.
I saw it. I saw the Afro with you around the turntable or something at the radio station.
That was Afro.
Yes.
Anyway, we're gonna let you go watch something.
Auntie Faye
did an interview with me, Anthony Miller, on this same matter. So I want to watch it.
Yes. Auntie Faye,
yes,
talk to your Jamaican people in 2 minutes before you go. Or give them a little laughter before you go.
Well, let me tell you. First of all, let me thank you, Jeffrey. This is not laughter, no. Thank you for inviting me. As you know, let me tell you how tired I was.
Yes, I know.
No, I could manage this evening because I had the last 3 days have been very hectic. I was working out of town. But let me tell you something. Nothing's happening, Now, on the 15th of May this, and the new hurricane season has started on the 1st of June. Because hurricane season is from the 1st of June to the 30th of November. Remember, hurricane can come in May and hurricane can come in December, but between me and me, I want to laugh. You see, the 1st of January this year, me just get up and me just feel, say, you need to plan and prepare because what is happening here is going to affect us again, the global warming and climate change. So I really had that on my mind from the beginning of January. I've not been focusing on it every day, but it's been in my mind that these are the circumstances we're living with. Anyway, I would, something, Jeffrey, I'm not good at giving jokes. It has to come spontaneously. I can't sit here to arrange a joke. I'm not that kind of person.
Yes.
Comedian in me. But I can be talking to you and something funny happens. And I can read a poem for you that is funny before I go.
Please.
One. Can I read something from Easton Lee? Yeah, I can read a poem for you before I go. Let's read. There's a funny one. It's called, oh, crikey. Where is it? Is it this book? I have too many poetry books. Sometimes I can't remember which one they want. Teacher. This is an elderly woman talking about her gentleman, her husband, and how long them they're together. So she said, he's 75 years now with they together. Married for 70. Today is the anniversary. Nobody asks me why we never married before. That I know your business. You're too fast and inquisitive. It's plenty things we go through, plenty laughter and happiness, enough grief and enough tears, enough high water flow, both for joy and for sorrow, all these many years. You see him there? All broke deaf like a rat bat. And miserable can't done. But I saw him give me trouble. That's why me love him. His long time now we are love and find virtue in we one another. If me was to married again, it would have to be him, same one, no other. For him is me husband, me father, me brother, me very best friend. You know, some bad-minded people are one that say, when me sip on him and when him sip on me. Well, every noko have their soko. They belong together. And every hoe had them stick a bush and him have me stick. And God make me find him and him find me. And on a really bush me find him, you know. Meet him one day I come from church. Love at first sight. So they say, I didn't have to look no further. Through ups and downs, prosperity and adversity, thick and thin, holy adoration, we stick together all these years loving. Never think of leaving. Never think of divorce or separation. But Lord, you know how much time I think of murder? That's Easton Lee. The great Easton Lee in memory.
Oh my God, this is funny.
Every time I think of murder.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of Jamaica's pioneering broadcasting and communication, a woman who we grew up listening to on radio and seen her on ABC, none other than Auntie Fae, Miss Fae Ellington. Thank you for coming onto the program. Don't be a stranger. And students on the Mek Wi Talk program, please go over to her YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to Auntie Fae YouTube channel. It's Fae Ellington. F-A-E. Fae.
Right.
No Y. That's F-A-E.
Thank you. It was a pleasure sharing time with you. God bless you. All the best for your wife and family. Have a very pleasant weekend and a safe one.
Same to you, Auntie Fae. Thanks very much for coming on.
My pleasure.
Thank you. There you have it. Lady Fae Ellington, one of Jamaica's pioneer in broadcasting, who come. Believe you me, I've been wanting her to come on my program for a long time, but God knows when it's fit to put her on. And I must say thanks to her rather for coming onto the program. Thanks to my other good friend and somebody who I look up to, Ambassador Alum Asamba, who came on to the program one time and give her version of jokes also. We end the program with Auntie Fae giving us a very good one. A poem that, I want to say good evening to Miss Williams, Miss Joan Williams, and Sir Chris. Welcome, man. I haven't seen you in a long while. Walking in Divine Purpose. Thanks for coming on, my dear. Thank you so much. For those who want to call into the program and tell us what you think about the program, what you think about Auntie Fae, it's 954-529-8030. If we can get some calls, we'll take the calls. If not, then we're going to end the program. Here is the number going across the screen there, 954-529-8030. That's the number to call into the program. Our special guest this afternoon, or tonight rather, was Miss Fae Ellington, veteran broadcaster and communicator. Somebody who, as I said before, many Jamaicans grew up listening to, many, including myself. I grew up listening to her. And you see how young she look? You see how young she look? One of Jamaica's pioneer. We can learn a lot from her, and that is why I'm saying to you, go over to her YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me take this call here. One moment, please. Just a moment here, please. Just one moment here, please. Oh, Lordy. Don't hang up. Just a moment, please. Don't hang up. Good night, Mek Wi Talk. You're live.
night, Mr. Jeff.
Yes, go ahead. I'm good. How you doing?
Yes, I'm doing well, thanks. I was watching the beautiful Miss Fae Ellington, an amazing woman always.
Indeed.
And that was an awesome, session with her. But I was thinking about the song about Sammy.
Yes.
Plant pizza. I think it's Sammy plant peas and corn.
But you heard what Miss Fae Ellington said though.
So it's not Sammy plant peas and corn down a gully?
No.
Wow.
We grew up with that one though, but it's not that.
So she said it's piece of corn.
Yep. I think that's what she said. I have to go back and listen to it over again. I think that's what she said though. Don't quote me. We have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, but I think it's peas and corn, but they use the pizza to say a piece of corn. But I think it's Sammy plant peas and corn.
Nope. She corrected everything. She corrected it.
Wow.
The thing is that though.
Okay.
Okay, my dear.
But that's the way I see it. And thanks, Jeffrey. I do appreciate this program.
Thank you so much. I hope you like, share, and subscribe though.
Oh yes, Jeffrey don't know who's talking to you. It's your friend's mom from Canada.
Oh, you mean Zana's mother?
Zana's mom, yeah. Yes. So God bless you, okay?
God bless you too. No, that's okay. God bless you. I'll talk to you.
Yeah. Okay, no problem, Jeffrey.
Okay. Thanks much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I saw a friend of mine call him. I have to call her back. Lady Edwards was calling me. Let me call her back. Here she go. We're speaking to one of Jamaica's. Good night, Marie. How you doing?
Good night, Jeffrey. I'm good. That was such a great show. Oh my goodness. And the thing is, you look at her and you just start laughing. She brings such joy. She just brings such joy. She exudes joy and love and beauty and everything just nice. And you just look at her and you go, oh my gosh, I mean, they don't come like that anymore. And so we just have to cherish her. And I appreciate you for having her on.
Yes.
And it was just wonderful listening to her. And you played Miss Lou in the beginning there, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yes.
And it was just refreshing. And I think
something, Marie? Let me say this. I'm tired of the politics. And I'm happy that she comes on to give us some laughter.
We need some levity. We do need some levity, because if you don't have levity, you're really going to be stressed out, because there's so much going on in the politics everywhere. I mean, everywhere you turn, Mac and juke you. So we needed this levity, and it was just so refreshing. And oh God, she looked so good. And I like when she talk about she come from Moko. Well, before this, I mean, oh my gosh, she's so refreshing, such a refreshing interview, refreshing indeed. And her presence, she has a presence and aura about her that unmistakable, just like Beverly Manley. You talk to those people, you allude all those people. It does something to you. It makes you want to do better in your life.
Exactly.
I tell you it makes you want to do better.
I tell you something, Marie. Listening to Auntie Fae Ellington, Miss Fae Ellington. Let me give the lady her title, because I don't, no, Fae Ellington.
But remember, but stick up in Jeffrey. Every when we were growing up, everybody was our auntie and our uncle and our cousin, this and cousin that. So we all understand it, yes.
Exactly. Let me say this. Listening to her tonight, my stress level gone.
Yes, man. It was, it was refreshing. And when I saw her talking about the Hill and Gully song, I'm like, yes, Auntie Fae, we needed this. You are so right. We can't water down on our culture, because do you realize that foreigners take reggae music, even dancehall, and they write songs, make money off it, and win awards on a culture that on a genre that was created by Jamaicans, and they appreciate it and celebrate it more than Jamaicans do.
Indeed. And do you realize in her interview tonight, and she responding to me, nothing but politics was ever mentioned?
No. There's no need for that. Because the culture is so rich. It's the politics that is, destroying the culture, quite frankly.
Yes.
But the culture can stand on its own. The culture does not need to be propped up. And patois is our culture, because at Harvard, there is an individualized program there that you can do at the elementary up to intermediate and advanced levels. And we don't want to talk it in our parliament. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't make any sense. When you think people go to Jamaica to talk patois, when you travel overseas and live overseas and people, you're Jamaican. What? They're talking to you in patois.
You know what I didn't remember to mention to Auntie Fae, the gentleman from Ireland, the sports from Ireland, who spoke literally like Jamaican patois.
Yes, he did. And he went viral.
It was funny.
He went viral. Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah, but it was a good show, and I have to commend you for that, Joe. And Jeffrey, maybe you need to do this on a Friday evening to bring some levity at the end of the week, and bring on a loom schedule Miss Ellington to come on again and look for the Carlin Cooper, those people to talk about the culture, because our culture is beautiful. It's celebrated. It's something we love, we cherish, and you can curse a person out in patois and you don't have to explain yourself. You can talk to somebody in patois, you don't have to explain yourself, because it says it all. And we love our language. We love our language, and God bless you for that. Going forward, I think we should do this on a Friday evening.
Something, Marie, I'm gonna speak to both Ambassador Loom and Lady Fae Ellington. And here because I know in the evenings Auntie Fae's tired because she does a lot of work during the week, and in the evenings she's tired. It's a good thing she came on this evening, because she told me today
we appreciate her.
Huh?
Yeah, we appreciate her. We appreciate her.
Yes.
We really appreciate her. So can you imagine her and on the same show?
Oh, Jesus!
You can't end the show.
God.
Yes. Yes. So bring them on, and yes, they are there.
I'm gonna find out if I could bring both of them on. If it's even if it's even once a month.
If it's even once a month, but on a Friday evening where we can just unwind and just celebrate. Or what you can do, if you can find some of the Miss Lou's and Mass Run things that you can play some of it, without looking for what you don't have copyright issues with, and just to bring some levity. Because the truth of the matter is, we need it. Oliver Samuels, Oliver Samuels, I don't know if Glenn Campbell is still around, and Rosemary, Murray, and all those.
I think they're somewhere in South Florida here doing a play,
Right. So you have to dust them off and bring them up, because they are the people that the culture that celebrates us, and we celebrate them. So we have to give them their flowers now, and show them that we do appreciate them.
You know what I forgot to ask Auntie Fae about? You remember Lime Tree Lane with she and the VW bug with
Yes, man. Yes. Oh gosh. Yes.
That was funny.
Yeah. And she came in a few of she was in a few Oliver, the one at the airport, the one at the airport. She was a manager.
Yes.
Yeah. So she. Oh my God, she's just a wonderful spirit. So God bless you, Jeffrey.
Before you go, Marie, something. We as young, we're not so young, we're old, but we're kind of young anyway. But
speak for your, just please speak for yourself, because I'm not a day past 16. Don't do it.
But something, Marie, when you watch Auntie Fae, even doing her MC work and giving of Jamaica and so forth, she's the same Fae Ellington we know when you're growing up.
Yes, that is true. Reminds you of Rex Nettleford, right? Reminds you of Rex Nettleford.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
yes, he could go from one thing into the next.
Yes.
And it also, you know, somebody in your chat talked about Bob Marley only spoke patois, you know.
Yes.
Watch any interview with Bob Marley with anybody, it doesn't matter who the guy was. He always spoke patois.
And if they don't want to understand it, that's their business. He's not going to change to English.
That's their business. Peter Tosh did the same thing too. They owned and loved their language. They loved their blackness, you know, and they celebrated their blackness. It didn't matter if a guy liked it. They didn't care, but they're going to celebrate their blackness.
You know, Mary.
And we should all do that.
You know, Mary, as I let you go, you know, we have a beautiful country, Mary.
Yes, we do.
We have beautiful
It's the politics and the politics and the dibby that is destroying it. So, you know, let's just celebrate and, you know, revel in this moment and leave the rest alone. Jamaica is a beautiful country. The people, the food, the culture, the music, everything, but we're just nice. We're just nice. You understand? We're just nice. A sorry large, with jumbo large. You know? Are we that?
Yep.
Are we that? God bless you, Jeffrey. It was a great program, and to everybody in the chat, you are the best. You're all the best.
Thank you very
talk
much,
to you soon.
my good friend Marie.
You're welcome.
For coming on the program and speaking to us. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
Bye-bye. You know, there was a call coming into, let me see if I can get back that person on the phone here. They were calling earlier on. 954-529-8030. So numbers are calling on the program. Somebody from New Jersey was calling in. Let's hope they can answer the phone. Somebody from New Jersey. Hello? This is the Mek Wi Talk program. We had Auntie Fae Ellington on. Or the person not answering again. Wow. It you know, walking in divine purpose. Thanks for coming on. You know, this program has been an awesome program. An awesome program. I hope I can get the part when she was reading the poem. I want to say thank you all very much for coming on. Thanks for the like, share, and subscribe. Remember to go over to Fae Ellington's YouTube channel. That's Fae Ellington YouTube channel. And like, share, and subscribe over there on her YouTube channel. She can give you a lot of laughter and everything over there. So go and listen to her. She doesn't go live. She only posts videos on. And it's Fae Ellington, ELLINGTON. That's Fae Ellington. Go over there, like, share, and subscribe to her YouTube channel. Auntie Fae, as she's normally known, growing up in Jamaica. Auntie Fae. She has been a remarkable person in Jamaica when it comes on to media. When it comes on to media, she's very good. I want to say thanks to Miss Fae Ellington, Auntie Fae, for coming onto the program. Thanks to Mario in the background, who continue to make the Mek Wi Talk program look new and different. Thanks to the students in the chat room. Thank you all very much. As I said before, some new things are coming to the Mek Wi Talk program. And we're going to see if we can get both Auntie Fae and Ambassador Aluma Samba to be on the program at one point. At one, you know, both of them on the program to give us some laughter. Because it comes naturally. Whether they read the poems or what, it comes naturally. And if you go over to Ambassador Luma Samba Facebook page, she posts a lot of jokes over there. A whole lot of jokes she posts over there. I want to say thank you all very much for coming on. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Until you hear my voice again, may God bless you. May God bless our home, and we love. Have a great night, everybody. Good night. See you all later. Remember to join Wilfred Rattigan tomorrow for Reason with Rattigan. So join Wilfred Rattigan tomorrow, 3 p.m. US time, 2 p.m. Jamaica time, for an exciting episode of Come Reason with Rattigan. Alright, so join him tomorrow in the afternoon for a nice program. And also, okay, Miss Williams is calling me. Hold on. Good night, Miss Williams. How are you doing?
I'm good. Wonderful show, Jeffrey.
Thank you.
It reminds me of the good old days.
Yes.
I remember Faye growing up, and she was such an eloquent speaker.
Indeed.
We really had some good people that we used to listen to, like Dennis Hall.
Yes.
Marie Gott.
Yes. Never Willoughby.
will be, yes, they used to have, remember that Colgate Palmolive show they used to have every Saturday morning for the children?
Oh, yes, that's true. That's true. I remember that. That's true. Yes.
And those were the days when people had manners, we were disciplined.
So true.
And the village grew us when we were growing up.
Yes.
True, everybody was auntie and uncle.
Oh, yes. True. Yes.
And the days has gone by, but thank God for these people, and thanks for this show tonight. Really good, really refreshing.
Thank you so much.
All the best, Jeffrey.
Good night, Miss Williams. Thanks for coming in. I was trying to call you today, I didn't get through to you. Are you okay?
Yeah, man, I'm good, but I'm busy. Okay. The grandkids graduation.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yes, I am busy with my grandkids. So.
Yeah, you know, I was doing something and you came across my mind. So I said I could give you a call, but I didn't get through to you. Can you say you're busy?
Yeah, but I was on Mystic Show yesterday, and I went to go visit my congressman.
Okay.
And I sat down there, and he said to me, Miss Williams, what's happening now? I said, you want to know what's happening? And I put my phone on to Mystic. And all of a sudden, this man came on and started threatening about cyber crime and Mystic
that's stupidity.
And trying to bully the diaspora. You understand what I mean? He trying, Morgan trying to come on the diaspora platform and bullying us.
But let me say this, Miss Williams. It doesn't matter what cybercrime bill I want to pass in Jamaica, you know. It doesn't affect us here in the diaspora.
No. So my congressman was shocked, and I said to him, hold on, and I turned my phone and showed, I said, see the bitch just sit down in a parliament. And he said, that's what, and I said, you know what you all must do is start to put up all the facts in Jamaica. All the facts and all the things was labeled. Integrity Commission.
Yes.
Everything that label and make the people up here see it, make those in a Congress and the government and Donald Trump and all of them see it. Because we want to know where our US dollar goes. Because you have to pay taxes up here, and the government in America want to know how you spend your money and everything you do. So we want to know what our taxpayer money doing in Jamaica. Why the children and the people still under tarpaulin.
You know something, Miss Williams. I don't know if you're watching the program one day when I got up and I said, the Jamaicans who live in the Jamaican diaspora must let your congressmen, your congresswomen, your senators know what is going on. I went as far and I was supposed to do it. I was supposed to go down to Miramar school bus district because we get some information about those school buses. As a matter of fact, Mr. Williams, I can talk to you off here because maybe you can put me on to the congressperson to talk to them.
Well, look here. What they don't realize in Jamaica that our Congress people live in our community. Exactly. They are just around the corner. They're not far away from us, because don't care how you see politics going on in America, our congressmen visit us. We have community meetings. There's nothing happening in our community that we do not know because they inform us and we have meetings.
Exactly.
And they are so concerned about the people in Jamaica because of the hurricane, because even my congressman leaving, and he is a no joker. And he was saying the other day to me, he said, you know what if another hurricane comes to Jamaica? How are those poor children and people going to manage?
That's the question we're asking.
So this is what the problem Marlon Morgan have, that when these videos show up here That is the proof. We don't have a cyber crime and misinformation and everything because it is seen.
Yes.
Everything is seen here.
Yes. Wow.
So anyway, Jeffrey, take care. I am busy.
Okay.
So take care.
You take care of yourself now and continue loving your grandchildren, and thanks for coming on.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. That's one of our students there, Miss Williams, an ardent listener and ardent viewer to the Mek Wi Talk program. Ladies and gentlemen, people want to say thanks to Walking in Divine Purpose. She's busy. That's why she don't come on many times. But anytime she's not so busy, she comes on the program to give her support. I want to say thank you all very... Oh, Lord, another call coming in. Steve, I'm live on air. I'm going to call you back.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to say thank you all for coming on. Thank you all very much. Thanks to Miss Fae Ellington, Auntie Fae, for coming on to the program. Thanks to Mario in the background who continue to make the Mek Wi Talk program look new and different. Until you hear my voice again, I'm Jeffrey Tavares saying so long. May God bless you. May God bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. Good night.
As children, we learn the true meaning of being a hero. Being a hero requires great sacrifice for others, not just ourselves. We learned about the heroes of Jamaica's past and how much of themselves and their lives they had to give in building a nation we should be proud to call home. They believed in a Jamaica that was more than just a country, more than just an island, more than land surrounded by water. They believed in a dream of a free nation of people. A nation built on the foundation of their sacrifices. A nation of many people working as one. A nation that would continue to produce legends and nation builders that serve towards that vision. As children, we were also taught the national pledge, a solemn promise, an undertaking. I would like to believe Sir Hugh Sherlock, while writing this pledge, understood the vision and dreams of our heroes. It's clear being a hero is too much to ever ask any one citizen. Luckily, the pledge does not require heroics of any of us. It merely asks that we honor our heroes by striving to advance our nation and ultimately inspire the world, like they and many Jamaicans have done. It's important we remember those words. These words. Before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body in service of my fellow citizens. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may, under God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. If you are like me, a Jamaican born and raised on this land, maybe you will remember saying those words, singing that song in a classroom or some general assembly. If so, like me, you made a pledge. Somehow it seems like many of us have forgotten that. The crime and violence, the indiscipline and short-sightedness, the corruption, the lack of respect for our beautiful lands we are blessed with, and the waters that surround and nurtures us. We have to do better. Let us honor our heroes so that they would not have sacrificed so much in vain. I hope this video can make a difference to even one soul. If so, it would all be worth it. If you feel the way I do, share it. May my voice become yours. Thanks for watching.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Mek Wi Talk.